Ladies and gentlemen, check out this one. I have a mythical homepage poll. I pulled a video of Alex and Leila Hormozi back when they were in their gym launch era 6 years ago. This is on the Entrepreneur YouTube channel. And I just want to react to it today because I think it's so interesting to see people who are super successful now, how they used to think. Like, it's one thing, these folks are, at least, $100 million business owners, maybe on their way to $1 billion. And I'm confident they'll get there. But it's like one thing, they're making a bunch of content now, and now they're viral, and they're telling you what to do. But how did they think 6 years ago, 7 years ago? So we're going to react to it today. If you're new here, my name's Luke. I run a company called Gamer Launch, so I've been heavily influenced by these folks. I probably learned more from Alex and Leila Hormozi than I did from my $200,000, fancy liberal arts degree that I never got. What I do now is I help gamers turn their brands into businesses, and we currently do a little over $250,000, maybe $300,000 a year. We used to do $1 million a year back in 2022, 2023. And yeah, that's me. Okay. So that's my experience. Let's check out this video. This is so funny to me.
Tactics model their episode. I'm taking you inside ClickFunnels annual conference, Funnel Hacking Live, where we'll meet. So for context, anybody who doesn't know what ClickFunnels is a software company. They were huge at this point. I don't know if they're valued higher than they are today in this video. I've used ClickFunnels. I've won a 2 Comma Club award. Here, I'll just go get it. Let me pause the record. All right, we're back, y'all. This is my ClickFunnels award. For context, ClickFunnels is a software company. So they sell basically like website building, a quick website builder. There's a lot of companies that do this now, but in 2022 or 2021, I started using them. This was, I got this for the business making over $1 million top line just through ClickFunnels in 2022. And that's what ClickFunnels does. And I think Alex and Leila were pretty high up, obviously, because they were crushing it at this time 6 years ago. We're on top of their game, so we can reverse engineer their tactics, model their mindset, and hack their success. I'm Emily Raquette, backstage at Funnel Hacking Live, ClickFunnels annual event, and joining me is Alex and Leila Hormozi of Gym Launch. You guys just crushed it.
They look so different. Oh my gosh. It's just, both of them in different ways. It's crazy.
Out there. It was awesome. So much energy. You shared your story of, well, launching Gym Launch, of course, but more importantly, the wisdom you gave to all entrepreneurs and business owners on high ticket sales and offers. Tell us a little.
So I think at this point in time, Alex and Leila had a mastermind that was making the majority of their money. And I'm not super sure, but I remember watching Alex's old content. Like, I was one of the first 10,000 subscribers on his channel, and he would talk about, he would tell the story of how he explained to his dad what he was doing. And he would explain to his dad, like, they had, hundreds of people, 100 plus people in a room giving them $42,000 a year. And so I think that product made the most of their money. Alex's dad was like, is this legal? Did they pay, did they mean to do that? And Alex is like, yes, Dad, they meant to do it. I'm making them more than 42 grand a year to be there, or at least presumably that's why most folks were there. But they, at this point in time, ran Gym Launch, which is they sold high ticket licensing consulting to gyms. Yeah.
Bit about how you came about this process of thinking, we're not going to sell at the level everyone else is selling at. We're going to go high ticket.
So it came down to ultimately serving the customer.
Imagine being able to build an app.
Nice. Now we got an AI ad. Alex talks so much more quietly, like he's imagine, and he has this like very soft inflection to his voice, whereas now he speaks a little bit more stern. He projects his voice a little differently.
When they're in a price competition and they're trying to price at the market price, right? Everyone's trying to just strap down as many costs as they possibly can, which leaves the consumer with ultimately a very unmemorable experience. So we were like, what if we were just like,
So what Alex is saying is the price is so, everybody in this market is competing for the lowest price, and it's a race to the bottom. And this is why he's doing high ticket, which just means, I don't like the word high ticket, but just means a higher price than, I guess, the average. High ticket could mean different things in different industries.
We threw away all concepts of cost, right? And we just said, how can we make the best program possible? Right? Like, what if they had a call every single day? What if we could like wake them up every morning and like carry them to work? And you know what I mean? Like how many things could we do to totally blow their mind away and make this an amazing experience that's memorable, that's brag-worthy, that they tell their friends about, right? And so we started there, and then you have this huge, far more valuable service. The other side of it is that when you have high ticket, you can actually do that and still have tons of margin left. Because a lot of times, if like, let's say you pay me $5,000 for something, I can usually take $2,000 of that and spoil you with it and spend $2,000 on you that you would never spend on yourself,
Right.
and then make you absolutely fall in love with something, and then still have plenty of margin left over rather than trying to price at the $1,000 that everyone else is at. And so obviously you have to be really good at doing the thing that you're supposed to be selling.
Yeah.
But once you have that, then most people just need to raise their prices, usually by a long shot. Like not even like a little bit raise their prices, but like go into a different stratosphere so that people are like, this can't be the same thing.
Yeah.
But if they're like, well, you're just a little bit more than TJ Maxx down the street, but you're like, what's so, because it has to be so much that they're like, why is yours priced at this point?
Yeah.
Right.
Alex's body language is incredible. I mean, you could tell like he, and his body is so, and he's so handsome. But what was the point of this video? Oh, right. Yeah, you could tell his sales. He's such a good salesperson. The way his tonality and he uses body language to, push an idea and then lean in, and he speaks softly. Anyways, he's obviously an incredible salesperson, as both of them are. But what he's saying is price higher, right? Don't think about how you can price a little bit lower, like than everybody else. I have a personal story related to this. I've been in business since 2021, and I kind of got my start as the Rocket League coach. Like I'm currently the internet's Rocket League teacher. I have over 500,000 subscribers on my main channel. That's the silver play button, and that's kind of what I'm known for, right? Is being the internet's Rocket League teacher. However, let's stand up. I've had many folks who I've worked with over the last couple years. I've had many folks who I've worked with. We're just going to let you come up to me. Can kind of learn from what I did and start doing their own things. And it's funny because I see a lot of them pricing near me, which is how I know that I had a talk with my biz partner, and he's like, this other community is charging, a little more than us. And he's like, this isn't acceptable. Not what most people would think. We need to cut down our price, but no, we need to go higher, because if you're truly the best, you should be priced higher, especially in this, in these commoditized areas. If you're the best, he's right. Sometimes it's not a matter of, just increasing your price 20%. It's like doubling your price, tripling your price. And he says this, Alex, in a more robust way. Now, price is the easiest lever, the easiest lever to pull on profitability, right? Like of all the things that you could change in terms of what you offer, how you deliver it, cost cutting, etc. Price is the easiest lever to pull to make your business more profitable, which is very real. Like most people don't have any profit left over. And not being scared to charge high prices is really important. And the only way you can do that is if you don't suck. And you have to build up a track record of being good at what you do, which is, most people will skip that part, but it's so real, especially in the whole online, make money online. Now there's so many people doing this. He knew this a decade before everybody else knew it.
And Leila, you have a lot of sales experience. You came from the sales background when you jumped into this. Can you talk to us a little bit about how do you attract people? I mean, one, you have to have different value, but you guys are working with people that basically now it has to work for what their income is.
Mm-hmm. How do you attract those people?
Yeah, how do you convince them that, hey, I know that this costs more than you can afford right now, but it's okay. I mean, that's a big stretch.
I think a lot of it starts with marketing.
I don't like the way that she asked that question. Like, how do you convince them to buy something? So an undertone of this, y'all, is ClickFunnels has like a kind of a mildly dirty reputation. I don't know if it's ClickFunnels' fault, but just because a lot of folks who sell using the software platform, that you don't necessarily have to be a good person to use this platform to sell. And I don't like the way she's answering the question. I noticed Alex and Leila have kind of disassociated from the brand, or at least to try to stand on their own legs. I'm not sure if they have anything wrong with the brand, but it's a weird question. Like, how do you make people buy something they're not prepared to buy? You just attract people who are prepared to buy it. Like you don't sell to those people. The answer is you don't sell to them. You don't take their money.
You see Alex on an ad, and somebody who's tiptoeing around, not too confident in themselves, not going to work hard, is going to be repelled by his marketing. So we attract customers who are like us, and so they're willing to work hard. That's I think it starts at the top with qualification. You want to add anything on that?
Not really. I mean, the marketing really pre-frames everything. And so if it's a B2B sale, then most of the times it's going to have to generate some sort of revenue. If it's B2B, that's usually what you're selling. And so it just actually has to do that thing. And so we sell something that actually makes people money. And so we're able to take people on who don't have a ton and then have them pay over time in order to pay us back. If you were in a space that actually does have money, like if I was selling to doctors or I was selling to, then in those cases you wouldn't even need to do the types of payment plans we have, but you'd probably have to do way more on the holding their hands because those people are way more detail oriented. So it's there are nuances between different types of markets and avatars, but it's really just knowing the market and then figuring out how you can make an offer.
Yeah, I mean, Alex was their gym launch program was making people money, so you could charge, like, if your thing was 10 grand, you could charge 1,000 a month, and by the fourth month they will be paying you back with the new money they're making. But I think the answer is just attract better customers. There are people out there who can pay for your service, whatever it is. So it's just I don't know. My answer, I'm not qualified to give an answer on this, but it's, don't sell to those people. It was a very strange question.
That's compelling enough that you can get someone to like step over their own fears and say, yeah, I'll do it.
Cole, he's my miracle child.
I really need to get YouTube Premium. Alex told me not to get YouTube Premium because then I can watch other folks' ads.
Using social proof in your marketing. What are
Did
some?
you say?
Yeah, I think so. So what are some tips that we could use in our own businesses that you've been successful at? Because I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, how do I even get a testimonial? And it's so much work."
Yeah.
And you did the most scrappy yet effective testimonial ever.
Yeah, we're big on ugly testimonials. So that's actually, it's like a thing. And it's because if I were to have like a beautiful professional photo of like a circle with the quotes that are italicized
Wait,
next
I
to it.
have that.
Right.
So wait,
Yeah.
okay, I'm getting a lesson here.
No one believes them. It's like,
Okay.
you could have just made that up. I don't know who that person is.
True.
They're not real, right? But if I see someone's Facebook profile, they must be real. They have a Facebook, right?
Okay.
Now, is that actually true? Of course not. But like, it's in terms of like how most people's brains think, they're like, I see Facebook on my phone, and you notice it was a mobile screenshot, not even a desktop screenshot. It was a mobile screenshot on purpose because that's literally how most people perceive their social network. And so you want testimonials that are, and some of the ones that I showed are not, like I didn't just show all the $100,000 in 10-day like ones. Like we have tons of those, but I can't even show all of them.
Yeah, so Alex actually, I'm going to pause here and we'll watch the rest of this. I got these. I've gone to events at the Acquisition HQ near when they were kind of opening, which I was very excited to do. And they have a playbook here on Marketing Machine, which is, these are just a series of playbooks on different, basically how they ran a lot of things they've learned from gym launch and just how they run. It's most relevant for service businesses, I would say, but this stuff is relevant for all businesses. Yeah, it's called Marketing Machine here, and it's this idea of the ugly testimonial. Like, actually, the less edited a testimonial is, the better. And I've noticed this. Back when we were doing testimonials that were just like screenshots, and for me, it's native to platform. So I'm a gamer, so like we'll do Discord screenshots of results. You want to do like the most natural screenshot, so that way it doesn't look, like these selfies they do, and this is them at their Gym Lords Con or whatever. So it doesn't look super advanced. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody, when you watch those like commercials, those I'm thinking those pharmaceutical medication commercials, it's like, try this drug, and then it's like a family like running around in the park in slow motion, and it's like, it's really off-putting, right? Versus like, I think the internet these days, we're in a stage of like post attention economy. Like, people are not dummies, and so when they see like a super perfect testimonial, they're like, is this even real? It's better to just do like super raw, like unedited screenshot, right? And they discovered this quite early on.
I have to show some that are like 10,000, so that they're like, okay, there's some, like, it's believable. So it's all about belief, and then picking which ones you're going to use. And so you always want to put it around the perceived obstacles that you know that most customers have. So if it's like, I need to think about it, then you want to have like 3 or 4 of them like, this thing is amazing, I can't believe I waited so long, I feel like an idiot. You have like 2 or 3 of those, right? And it's like, I have to talk to my husband. Like, you know what's so funny? I signed up for this program, I was so worried about my husband thing, and he was so happy that I did it because now like our sex life is back and I feel amazing and blah, whatever, right? And you have a couple of those. And then, whatever perceived obstacles your market has, we obviously have ones that are unique to gyms, but like more or less it's gonna be a stall, which is like, I need to think about it. It's gonna be a money thing, like I don't have the money to do it, so you have a whole bunch of people who are like, I didn't have the money, but somehow I was able to scrap it, whatever. And then you have the decision maker close, which is, I'm not the one who can make the decision, I have to defer it. Those are the main 3 obstacles that everyone has, and then there's the special snowflakes, which is like, for this one reason, because I have 11 toes, like that's why this won't work for me.
Right.
And so then you have as many of those as you can.
Yeah.
And so we pepper them so that once they're hit with all those things, it's like subconsciously we're already influencing before we ask for money.
That's incredible. And
That's so real. I was just thinking about my private community. We call it the Rocket League Clubhouse. And it's just a private, Discord improvement community where we have live events and stuff. This is what it looks like on the other side. And if you look at events and you look at like all this stuff, we're selling so much on features, and I just realized we need these, like, we need to be showing like raw screenshots of results. We have all this like done up stuff. we need to sell like, and this needs to be way more raw. And I need to be showing like objections. Like the nice thing is we have a lot of reviews here because people just have had great experience over time. But I get, sometimes you need to be reminded more than you need to be taught.
Tell me a little bit about, we have a lot of entrepreneurs watching, and they're in marriages or relationships where they're both self-employed, and you guys are not only both self-employed, you're working together.
Yeah.
So do you have any advice or tactic strategies you guys use to balance the working together and living and loving together?
Totally. She's awesome.
If you want to have a job in the next
Classy answer, Mr. Alex. She's awesome. Boom, immediate. Class. That's class.
I mean, the reason that it works is honestly because of her. Like, I come in as like the sales and marketing guy, and that's like what I'm known for. But she's obviously really good at sales. In the beginning, we both were doing the same thing, and so we had So at one point we had once the company got big, like it started growing, and we're like, oh shoot, we have to split up, and then that's actually when everything really blew up.
Yeah, and then you trust the other one person. You trust them to do their role, and you're trusted to do your role, and you look to them as the expert on what they have, and you're the expert on what you have. As for loving, I mean, like, I don't know what would bring two people closer than working towards like a common
These infographics are so off-putting. Just it's like so like 7 years ago. But
that's like all of humanity, like everything, like historically speaking.
they didn't know about the word
I mean,
cringe.
We have
back
this
then.
vision of what we want to do and change in the world, and we both share that vision. We share the values to get there, and like, I mean, the love and connection you get from that with each other, I think it's different than anything we've either had before.
Yeah.
That's real. Layla's so right. I've seen this. Brian Johnson just had a big post about this. No, not the Liver King Brian Johnson. I'm talking about Brian Johnson, Blueprint Brian Johnson. He just made this video like, I have a girlfriend. I saw the post on Instagram, and he basically tells the same story of how like having a partner who you're working with is, I forget, the more ancient examples of like couples who work together. It's such a big deal. Brian and Kate, I think. This is the magic mushroom experience. Where does he say like I have a girlfriend? This is it? Is this the one? Yeah. And now they're being public about it. Man, don't you want this? I look up to this. I admire this. Is it the only way? I don't know. I'm only 23, but wouldn't you love to just like build businesses with your wife? The hustle bros are like nodding their head. If you're part of my few percentage of female viewers, maybe you'd like that. Comment below. I'd be interested. Is that a shared dream, or is that just weird?
It's honestly been the most fun ride ever.
That's awesome.
I've never worked with anyone, and so like having Layla is like, it's like having your best friend, your wife, like your business partner. Like it's like we feel like life partners more than. And if we ever have any like moment of stress, it's like we always have to be like, we both want the same thing. So it's just like, okay, you're getting us this way, I see it this way. Like, what factors am I not seeing? And it's usually always like, what am I not seeing that you're seeing? And then we figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say that, the thing that we've gotten the best at, he taught me a lot in the beginning, is just like, as soon as you feel that uncomfortable feeling of like this negative thought maybe about something that you're discussing or in work or what you see it differently, literally just tell them right then, because you just otherwise it's going to build up in the back of your mind, and you know how it is. You got to take the garbage out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then there's always that third person in the relationship, ClickFunnels, that also is making it run all smoothly, right?
ClickFunnels been amazing.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. Where can we connect with you, and especially?
All right, I think that's pretty much the end of it. Yeah, that's so right. Like whenever you have a small issue, this is something I'm learning. Don't let it become a big one. All the problems in my business are when I don't attack small issues quick enough. Like I just had an instance with a guy today where I was talking. I'm like, "Are you using ChatGPT to send me this message? It looks like ChatGPT." And he's like, "No, I'm not." No. I'm like, "Is this your words or ChatGPT?" Well, it's like I use ChatGPT. I'm like, "Okay, got it. Not upset. Please just don't use ChatGPT when you message me. I would prefer it's your words." But that's me, just in our personal. And it's like that was just something that was annoying me that like previously I might not have said, but now it avoids so much frustration. So just attack the issues, attack the small problems. And wait, do we want to watch the funny outro of United Fitness? This is crazy. This is back when they were doing 6-week challenges.
Hey guys, I'm Alex, and I'm the owner of United Fitness. Take a quick look at this video to see if you're ready to take the 6-week challenge.
I love that frame cracks me up. That's such a weird time for a bass drop. Am I a horrible human? I'm not a horrible human. I am probably a horrible human. Yeah, I probably am. See, I actually did a workout like this morning before this, like, you know, high rock style training. Alex had high rocks gyms before high rocks was popular. If he would have slugged it out after COVID, maybe he would have a bunch of high rocks gyms. I think this was a cinematographer that must own the rights to this. And Leila had a gym launch one too. Wow. Wait, I didn't see the commercial. What's the commercial?
It's not insignificant to us.
Oh, I did see the commercial. It was like a testimonial from somebody who had like great results.
The extent to which you'll be able to grab your future and drag it into your is what's going to feed your kids, not your revenue.
Hey, that's Russell. That's Russell Brunson, founder of ClickFunnels. I remember. I think they are close friends. I'm not sure if they still are. Russell's great. I have a picture with Russell. A lot of people do who got ClickFunnels awards, but
not your revenue, right? Revenue feeds your ego.
They crushed it.
I had just met with my accountant.
We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but yeah, because that's Alex and Leila a couple years ago. Isn't that kind of cool? You look back on, you know, Alex talks about this, but Alex was like, I wish Jeff Bezos and Elon and Mark Zuckerberg and these folks were making videos when they were on the come up. And I'm so grateful that Alex and Leila started creating content in 2020, 2021, 2022, like $100 million offers. I remember reading that in college and like, wow, like I would not be where I am today without the stuff they put out. So this is just really cool for me to react to. Let me know if you like this style of content and where you sit. If you want more like bite-sized insights from me, I share them on my Instagram. I can't find my phone right now, but I don't often have time. Like it usually doesn't make sense for me to go live and share like a 20-minute video unless like it's deep or like really fun or something interesting. So I share just like 2-minute bite-sized advice on my Instagram. You can just go online. It's Luke Hansen RL, and you can see more of me there. This is where I post most actively. It's kind of like my home base. I just spam these little stupid walk and talk reels. But yeah, that's me. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. Oh, if you like this video, I explained why I bought the $100 million playbooks in another one. I'll have it on screen. It's like one of the most viewed videos on the channel. So yeah, click that. Enjoy. Later.